Hey, what's up, everybody? Long time no see. I hope everything's been fantastic out there in your worlds. It's been a while since I've been behind the camera, and it does feel fantastic to be back. I honestly have been at a bit of a creative crossroads for a while now, and I wanted to use this break to decide where I wanted this channel and the website to go from here, at least for a little while. And I wanted to keep all of you in the loop, because without your viewership, none of this would be worth the time. Last year, early in the year, I started up a business with a couple friends, and it's been a wild adventure. I mean, learning how to run a business while also operating one is not ideal, but we work as a team to get it done. We've been fortunate to have a ton of growth, but with that has come a real shift in my lifestyle and the time allowances for hobbies like talking movies. Now, for those of you new to the channel, here's a little bit of a backdrop on me and why I'm here. It's simply put because I love movies. I've loved movies since I was a kid. I've also had a strong passion for writing, so I ended up stumbling into writing a couple reviews back in college. It was fun. Later in life, I created a blog called AJD Reviews in early 2011 as kind of a creative outlet. I feel extremely fortunate to have a career that I love, and I'm able to be my own boss. This career helps provide my little family with our lifestyles, but like all careers, they can be extremely stressful. So naturally, watching movies and writing reviews was the perfect mental escape and creative outlet from a hectic day for me. I never really intended on being a film critic, but I think if you're going to write reviews and you plan on doing so long term, then naturally being a press accredited critic is a goal if you want to challenge yourself and to just see your work out in circulation with your peers, at least on the writing side. I mean, YouTube is a completely different animal altogether in terms of video content and getting out there as far as press. As for the AJD Reviews blog, it grew into the Silver Screen Analysis website in 2013 when I bought the domain, and 3 years and hundreds of reviews later, I was honestly getting a bit bored with all the writing, so I decided to transition into video to give the creativity kind of a boost of freshness, and I ended up loving making video content much more than I ever would have expected. I think you can just work multiple layers of creativity and art into a single video, and it's the perfect stress release for me, and I really enjoyed it, but I continued to write reviews as well. About a year later, and after a ton of work, I was fortunate enough to make it as a member of the press, and I was stoked. I've been able to attend press screenings, premieres, conduct interviews, fly out to film festivals, meet a great bunch of people, and I absolutely feel blessed to just have all the memories I do as a critic. But being a critic is a profession, whether or not I considered it to be a hobby, and with that comes a lot of responsibility when it comes to communication with PR reps and making deadlines and just fulfilling obligations altogether, and that was all stuff that I was in love with and ready to take on. And I still do enjoy all those facets of the industry, but before I knew it, I was wrapped up in the hamster wheel of weekly releases and assembly line videos, all with the same format, covering the same movies as dozens of other channels. I mean, that's what being a critic is, but after a while, making videos got kind of boring and unmotivating, and I'll be honest, it didn't have anything to do with small views and minimal growth, or not being picked up in the algorithm, or not blowing up, because with this being a hobby, those have honestly never really been goals for me. Now, I absolutely feel lucky to have a great group of subscribers like all of you guys out there, but when it comes to growth, the more the merrier. I do get excited when I see a new subscriber to the channel, but all in all, I just want to have fun making content covering movies that I love. I've never started this and said that I wanted to be a YouTube star. I never started this and said I want to make this amount of money or have this amount of subs or influence. I don't tell you to sub to my channel a few times in each video. I have no plans for paid content or Patreon because I don't want money from you. I just want your viewership. I want to talk about the movies that I love. I want to create videos, and your viewership gives me the platform to do that. So whatever money YouTube pays me is enough. Because to be honest, I just feel lucky to actually have the platform to create something and to make a little bit of money from something that I've made from scratch, and I feel humbled to think that people would take time out of their day to enjoy one of my videos. I mean, I've always tried to make content on the stuff running through my head at any given time, and with the growth on the press side over the last few years, there hasn't really been time for that, which has been a bummer, but I've always tried to make it a point to work in some random videos as much as possible. However, with the growth in our company, time is even more limited now. Trying to juggle being a business owner and a film critic and a content creator and a husband is increasingly difficult. I have an hour-by-hour schedule for each day of the week to ensure balance in the force that is life, and the last thing I want to do is burn myself out. You always have to know when to say when and to take a little bit of a break. Over the course of the last month, we've been having some large-scale renovations going on at our house, so since the noise is killing all the recording opportunities, I decided it would be a good time for a fresh start to move the recording space from the garage into an extra bedroom, as well as sitting down to figure out where I wanted to go as being a content creator and a film critic, and that's pretty much how we got here and why I'm reviewing films and making content on this channel for you guys. So with the ramblings of my life story in the books, I hope you're still here because this is the plan going forward, at least through the end of the year, I would say. As a film critic covering new content, I will be putting up a written review, sometimes 2 a week, of the current releases. Since these are just write-ups, they will be able to be on the website as embargoes lift, so I still will be able to deliver fresh reviews prior to release, probably even more so since making videos and my day job more often than not resulted in reviews coming out late anyways. As for video content on the channel, I plan on having at least a video a week on random topics, but primarily focusing on movies from the 80s and the 90s. I have the next handful of videos, like the next 4 or 5 videos lined up and in the prep stage now, so many more off-the-wall ideas are in store for the future, and I plan to begin working on these videos immediately after this update. And I really hope you guys have fun with the content. The 80s and the 90s were just essential to my love of cinema, and it's fun to go back and make these heavier edited videos because I get to go back and watch all the films prior as research, which in turn gives me a reason for telling my wife why I need to buy more movies. I have a ton of ideas in the works to keep this channel unique because after this past month and all the thinking, that was the main goal that I found that I had. I want a unique channel. I'm a kind of a unique and off-the-wall guy, so I want a channel that truly matches my personality while also exploring the movies that I grew up with. So I have a lot of things in store. I have some retro top 10s lined up, random topic videos, still going to be doing a lot of throwback reviews, and I want to revisit the Film Face-Off series that I started a couple years back. So there are a ton of things in the mix. I hope you guys will stick around and enjoy all the videos. I think this structure will allow for a nice flow of productivity, and it's going to be fun to be just able to be more creative in how I put videos together so I can deliver something to you guys that has some heart and energy to it, which is something that I think was missing from the recent reviews on this channel. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for sticking it out through all my ramblings. If you're still here, I really do appreciate all of your support. Your viewership honestly is daily motivation to keep making even higher quality videos. I thank you guys a ton for just fueling that motivation for me, and I'll see you guys in my next video coming real soon.